Fascinating introduction to the state with its admixture of Gothic and skyscraper styles. Maharashtra, the great land. As the name suggests, Maharashtra has a rich tradition of cultural heritage which is passed down from its preceding generations that makes the state what it is. Despite the ravages of time, there is no mistaking the absolute mastery of the unknown artists who created these stunning images for the royal patrons of the Vakataka dynasty in the 5th century AD. They were executed when the ancient Indian civilization was at its zenith. Nothing comparable from this glorious era survives. The wall paintings in Ajanta have therefore been rightly included in the World Heritage List of Monuments.
Talking about the Indian culture and heritage of the Ajanta caves, one just cannot forget the other caves which are equally important, the caves which reflect the history and culture of Buddhist India. The Kanheri caves. The location of the caves is 45 kilometers from Mumbai and 10 kilometers away from Borivali East. The way leading to the caves goes through the most beautiful natural surroundings of National Park. The word Kanheri is originated from the Sanskrit word Krishnagiri. Krishna generally stands for Black Mountain. The other name in vogue was Khanderi, which means Black Mountain. These rock-cut temples are numbered 109, but few more are in the vicinity. These caves, carved out of volcanic rock, are dated from 1st century BC to 9th century AD.
We are now at Kanheri Caves, situated within the Sanjay Gandhi National Park area. These caves give us an interesting glimpse of the history of ancient Buddhist culture. These are about 109 Buddhist caves, and one can see the culture of these caves. These are carved out of volcanic rock. These caves, once you enter the main hall or the main cave, one can see a colossal figure of standing Buddha, which is about 7 meters in height. When you enter the hall, it is surrounded by 34 pillars which are carved out of stone. The small cells within the caves were supposed to be for monks, whereas the larger and deeper cells were for ceremonies and worshipping. One can see that these caves are indeed reflect the beauty of architecture and also the culture and ancient history of Buddhism.
The inside of the Chaitya hall is supported by massive pillars whose tops are decorated with fine sculptures. Formerly, the roof had wooden railings similar to Karla caves, but now no wooden remainings are left. There are two huge stambhas. On the top of one of them, 4 vigorous lions are sculpted, which meant to protect religion from outside evils. The other pillar has yakshas holding a bowl. The inscription on the small stupa just near the huge pillar is a common Buddhist prayer, Ye dharma hetu prabhava hetun teshan tathagato yavadat teshan cha ye nirodha evam vadi mahashraman. Entering the main cave, one can see a tall and massive, a colossal figure of Buddha, which is about 7 meters in height. This one is the smiling Buddha, or in these caves one can see nearly more than 100 inscriptions. Out of these, 3 are Pallavis, 2 in Sanskrit, 1 or 2 in Devanagari, and the rest are in Brahmi script. The same colossal figure of Buddha with a sad face. The highest cave is situated about 1,500 feet above the sea level.
We have been reading about Indian art and culture and architecture, our heritage, and these caves actually give us the real glimpse of our Indian culture, our Indian heritage, of Buddhism in general. And one can indeed see right now that these caves reflect a lot on architectural value.
Rock-cut dagobas inside large niches appear in several locations at Kanheri caves and are perhaps the oldest form of the cave stupas. Just behind the stupa is a panel of Buddhist litany praying to Lord Padmapani to say about the remedy over the human calamity. Chaitya Cave, the largest and architecturally the most elaborated cave at Kanheri. It is the most important cathedral or Chaitya of Kanheri Caves. The style and the plan resembles to that of the Great Karla Caves. The measurements are approximately 25 to 60 meters long and 12 to 25 meters of width, including the aisles, and the 10 to 56 meters in height. In front is a spacious court. The front parapet wall nicely decorated with the rail pattern festoons along the top. At the extreme bottom, a hunting scene has been carved. The spacious veranda is supported by thick, massive pillars. Above us, out in the open, one can see the clear blue sky, and all around is nature's gift. From greenery and deep and dark bushes, the flora and fauna. And from the blue sky above to another of God's creation is the cooling, seething
or the fisher folk, the original inhabitants of the island city, doing what they love best, the traditional Koli dance.
There is a great deal to capture one's interest in Elephanta caves. These caves date back to the 7th century AD and house the renowned Maheshamurti, an 18 feet tall three-headed bust depicting Lord Shiva as the creator, preserver and destroyer of all things. The Buddhist stupas or burial mounds that adorn the island's eastern slopes predate the caves by a good 5 centuries.
Our ancient civilization, our tradition and culture be it rhythm, dance, music, architecture. We can see all this, which is chiseled out and is captured in stone. No wonder it is said that dance or Indian dance is moving sculpture.
On the dusty path which leads to Ellora lies a couplet in marble, a sight for sore eyes, the Bibi Ka Maqbara. Not very far from the harmonious coexistence of Hinduism, Buddhism and Jainism lies a monument inspired by another faith, Islam. The Bibi Ka Maqbara, a miniature of the Taj Mahal of Agra, conserve what is nothing short of an embodiment of pure emotions. Coming back to the motley group. Though Mumbai is famed to be the commercial hotspot and the New York of the East, it is without exaggeration the gateway to India by the blue Arabian Sea. Its state protectively conceals within its boundaries its magic of cave temples, its romance with music, its plethora of forts, and its remnants of the Raj like the Bombay University, the Bombay High Court, and our very own Rajabai Tower. Gothic and the Neo-Gothic style of architecture gives Mumbai an old-age charm, adding to its value as a place of living tradition. Heritage knows no bars of religion or faith. Temples, mosques, churches all contribute in their own way to add to the riches of our cultural treasures.
Reflection of the sunlight is seen on the earth, and on earth we get reflection of our ancient culture, our art, tradition and our Indian heritage. The temples, mosques, churches are traditional and ancient. They all have their own uniqueness, their own charm, their own style. They have in their own way contributed to Indian art, culture, religion and our Indian heritage. Similarly, whenever we see old Indian buildings, we can see arches, Gothic culture and much more. All this is reflected from none other than our previous generation. Isn't it our duty to maintain this culture? Isn't it our duty to keep alive this tradition? Isn't it our duty to appreciate this art and give knowledge to others? Let us all spread awareness of our invaluable and splendid Indian heritage.